Okay, so let's run through some 9 by 9 games that people have played. So Abhishek, which one do you want to have reviewed first? Am I audible?
Sorry. Play Almond, the first one, first game. Black wins by 5.5. Yeah.
Okay, I'll expect inputs from everyone because I expect people to have played a lot of 9 by 9 games by now. So you're right. Okay, so this is a bit risky. Why do I say that? What kind of move is this?
It's a knight's move.
And what do we know about knight's move?
Mm,
They can be cut. So
yeah.
stuff like this can happen. So your one stone here, now it's totally cut off from your side of the board. So can people give some options what are other possible moves? Give me lift two or three options. Something that is not so easy to cut off.
G5.
Okay. Other options?
No, G5. G5. G for Germany.
Okay.
Mm,
One more option.
probably. mm,
So over here, what's black trying to say? Black trying to say that I want this part of the board. And that is just over half the board. So what would white like to do? White would like to make sure that black gets a little bit less than half the board. So what could white do?
Probably invade in the middle, like E4.
Okay. Okay, so both of these seem like decent moves. So if white plays here, black cannot cut you because stuff like this happens. This black stone will get cut off instead. If black defends, now white can play the d4 which he originally had. Because again, black will defend and white can escape back. White is happy with this. Because white has managed to make a punch a hole into black's shape. And जो पहले black had this much, now black has this much. Similarly, if white does this, black cannot try to cut white off directly because white can still connect. So, what do we call this kind of a move?
It's a pincer attack.
No, this is a 1 point jump. यहाँ पर बीच में if you skip 1 point and play a stone here, this is called a 1 point jump.
Okay.
So this is a good shape, a strong shape, very hard to cut. If black had a stone over here, then this would not be good because now black can just punch through you. But in general, 1 point jumps are pretty good. So just put this into your library of good shapes. Okay, so your knight's move is still undefended, can get cut at any time. Okay, now it's fine. Ah, so you have a cutting point here which black can separate your two stones out, which is what you did. So what you should have done was Make sure you can't get cut off. And now maybe black defends his big area. And now you try to cut off his one stone. So how does the territory distribution look like right now? Almost half and half of the board. So white will win with this. So if territory on the board is equally split between both white and black, who wins?
White will win.
Yes, and why?
Komi, right? White has
Correct.
Komi.
Because of the Komi points.
Right. And at top right now, I think this, yeah. So by default, 3.5 Komi has been added for white. So even if the board is split half and half, white will win that. And remember, you don't want to win by a lot. You are happy enough to win by even half a point. Okay, so you got cut. Now you're trying to cut off the C3 stone. What does he do? Is it good? Not so good. Okay, so how many liberties do both of these groups have? Group A and Group B.
Group A has that's 2, 3, 4, 5 liberties. Group
And
A has 5 liberties and Group B has only like 3 liberties.
right, so Group B is in trouble, which you're happy with. But if you can also see, B has both actions that he could expand in and increase his liberties. So what would you like to do? You want to cut off some avenues that black can expand into. So can you give me some options? What could white play here? Why?
Probably either D2.
Other options? And B2 is like, yeah, so these are your two best options. Why are they good? They're reducing black liberties, increasing your liberties. So now, if you still don't have the reading skills, we can play both of them out right now, and you can see what happens. If you have the reading skills, you can know what will happen in the future. So let's say white does this. What will black probably do?
Probably goes
Acha, so over
probably
here, what are black's
either with
choices?
key at some other place or just to focus on try to recover the corner. Maybe go B4. That would be,
Okay, one
I
option for
think that
black.
would be considered off.
Does black have other options?
Probably go
What other ways he
probably go
can?
down either probably go down either I mean either D1 or E2 to cut off the four group.
So if we see that this black group has two liberties, with one more white move, he will be under Atari. So what he will try to do is increase his own liberties. What are the moves that he can do to ensure that?
Probably B2,
Okay.
B2 or the C1. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now this is how we think about how the game can branch out. Step number one was white plays here. Now these are the five black responses that can happen. Let's see them one by one. Black plays here. What will white do?
Probably expand down B2.
Yep. And these two stones, they have nowhere to run and they're as good as captured. So B4 for black is a losing move. B2 will get captured. If black plays here, white continues with his own Atari. Black tries not to get captured. What will white do now?
Um, Probably try to close off either E1 or B1. But E1 should be priority because E1 has the possibility of.
Correct. E1, and now this black group can not escape. So d1 for black is also a bad move. Option number 3. White continues with his same old plan, and this is captured. Now move number 4. Over here black now has extra liberty, so he is getting captured a bit lesser. Now what should white do?
Mm, secure the cutting point B4.
Alright, correct.
Connect.
Yep. And now how many liberties does black and white group have?
That's two, two, four, five. White has five, and black has only like three liberties.
Correct. So over here, at the moment, white is clearly capturing black. Even if, let's say, white were to ignore that place, what could black do? Black could maybe try to connect out somewhere, but he is still short on liberties. So if you are ever within one liberty of a group you're trying to capture, then you have to start capturing it. So over you said 5 and 3.
Yeah,
If black plays here, now how many liberties does black have?
three, four and five liberties.
4.
Five and four liberties.
Yeah.
Five and four, yeah.
So now this is becoming a bit more tension for white, so white should reduce some liberties. He doesn't have to totally capture black, but make sure that black is short on liberties. So white may do this. Or white could also do this. Either one. So this will keep making sure that if black tries to capture white, white is ahead in the capturing race. So always try to be
So
ahead. Yeah,
in I mean, like in this capturing race, white has greater amount of liberty, so there is a high probability that white will win that capturing race. So shouldn't black focus on making two eyes to survive? Let's say start off with A1 and A3 as his targets to kind of survive, because otherwise, if it's just a capturing race, the group is as good as dead, right?
right. And let's say black has the unlimited number of moves right now. Does black have enough space to make two eyes? Black does this, A1 is an eye. He does not have any place to make his second eye. Black does this and this, B1 is an eye. No space for the second eye.
No, instead of playing 4, if A2 is left so now it's black to play.
Yep.
If black plays A1, white plays. Okay, that's an isolated stone, so white will. What can white play?
Let's say white just passes.
Okay, then black A3.
Okay. Now white blocks him so that black cannot connect outside, so white blocks here.
Black C1.
Okay. A2.
Yeah, but that's a false eye, right? So
Right.
you wouldn't that just
Okay, okay.
So
Got it.
so how did I
Got it.
define a false eye? Any group that looks like it is making an eye, but it can come under Atari, is a false eye. So Orius
Hmm.
A3 looks like it's a part of the A2 eye, but it is under Atari. Therefore, it is a false eye.
Hmm. Okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay, so black ready to do this move. If white responds, this black has nowhere to run to. If black descends, white can just descend and still capture this very easily. So as you keep playing more, your reading skills will improve, and you will be able to read that if I play D2 over here, no matter what black does, these 5 possibilities, nothing will work for black. Let's say your reading skills are not too good and you played this instead. Now, what could black do?
D2.
Okay, and what would white do?
Mm,
Now white is stuck in two places. He have to prevent black from escaping on this side. So this, so maybe white will do e2.
yeah, and b4 would be an obvious cutting point.
Okay, b4. This white group is under Atari, so white has to do this. And now at this point, white is still very happy. Why? How many liberties do these three groups have?
A has three liberties, B has two liberties, and C has three liberties.
Right. So even if black tries to capture one of the sides, white can always capture the black group first. If black have to capture this side first, white can still capture the surrounding group. So both of these options work for white, whether white plays one or white plays two. So this would have been, either one would have been a correct move. And what did you do? You connected up here. Okay, let's see how that went. Black is running, and you're letting black run. So with this move, you gained one liberty. If black had played here, black is also gaining liberties. So your group is getting surrounded instead of the other way around. So this is one group under threat. This is a second group under threat. Is there any other group under threat?
No,
How about this one?
yeah.
This group has no eyes and it has no friends nearby. So unless this white group gets captured, this is dead and this is also dead. Okay, bad move. What's this called?
Empty triangle.
Yep. What would you have played instead for black? Somewhere in this area.
If I was black, I would have gone.
What is a good
I would
shape?
have gone either. I would have gone F. Yeah, that's a tiger's mouth.
Okay, can you make another tiger's mouth somewhere up here?
Uh, maybe at J6.
Um, there's a better move
Um,
because
H7.
correct. So what is h7 doing? It's saying that I want to take this area, and also if I play here, I will Atari your stone. So this is a multiple threat move. And if let's say white ignores, black does this. And now these two stones are captured. They have nowhere left to run. So tiger's mouth, very good. So after this, what would white play? White does not want his stone to get captured.
Yeah, white will connect at F7.
There is a better move because right now black can still walk into white's area.
or maybe form a tiger's mouth at E7, E7
E7.
or
This is a empty
F7,
triangle.
empty triangle. Maybe go F8. F8 would be a good.
F8, but black can still Atari you and you have to respond. A better move?
Maybe G8. It has more liberties. It will
Yep,
extend.
correct. G8. So now black can't curve into your area and there's nothing that black can really do to this. Whatever black does, white has a good response. So this is a good shape. And if you remember one of my previous lectures, there was a shape very similar to this. If you play one more move, it becomes that special shape. What is that? One thing I showed you was a ladder, and the other thing was
Ladder and
Net, net.
Right.
net.
So this is a very good shape. This so over here, no matter what black does, he can't break this. This is always one eye, almost no matter what. So you can also file this into your library of good shapes. If you don't know what to do, try to make the shape. If I make one stone vanish from here, now what is this called? This and this.
Mm,
This is the table shape.
okay.
So table shape also very good shape. And the net is even a stronger kind of table because now it's a table like this also. Okay, so back to the game. Okay, okay, this is a bit worrying. This whole white group has 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties, and this black group has 4 liberties. But white is lucky because it's white's turn. If white tries to capture black right now, white will win the capturing race. So the idea was right, but you're not taking away liberties from the group that you want to capture. And that's what happened. He has cut you, and now you have one Aquila stone here. Okay, so what should white have done here?
If we extend at G2,
Right. So now instead of having 2 liberties, this group has 4 liberties. So it will take some time for black to capture you. But it's already too late because black can do this next. And you're fighting with 5 liberties versus 2 liberties. This whole group is captured. You should see that your F2 stone is as good as captured. So trying to capture this big group up here, it's a waste of time. But black could have just stopped you from escaping. Right, liberty count. A, B, C.
C has 4 liberties, B has it's 2, 3 liberties, and A has 4 liberties.
Okay. So since B and C have equal liberties, so white should try to start capturing B first, which is what you did, and that's correct. Yeah, so no need to do anything to these edge stones. They can't get anywhere. Nor do they have space for 2 eyes. No need to capture stones. You're just reducing your own score.
Okay.
Do you understand why I say that? So end of the game, you would consider these 2 stones captured.
Okay.
So you get 1 point, 2 point, and 3 points for this.
Okay.
But since you played over there, now you're only getting 2 points here.
Okay.
So you're reducing your own score by playing in your own area. Okay, so instead of F8, E8, what could black have played? Do you remember a special jump which I told you about last time?
A monkey jump.
And where would black play for that monkey jump?
Um. C9.
Right. So black could have played here And what does this do? White only has 2 points to his name. Since black played like this, white has managed to walk away with 4 points to his name. Yep, and that's the end. Questions? Okay. Who else wants to get a game reviewed?
Yeah, I'm just mostly thinking about the reading thing because of the 5 minute timer, uh, counting liberties, and it's been more like a very challenging thing. So, what to do in that situation? Like,
Play a
there's
10-minute
five
game.
minutes
Play a 10-minute game.
played.
Play a 10-minute game.
Okay, 10 minute. Okay, set the custom game. Okay, these are
Yes.
all
So,
like 5 minutes games. The first 10 minute game I played is for the 13 by 13. That was a very, that was a very totally different game. We'll review it later.
so you can always set your initial time to whatever.
Okay,
Game speed live कर दो and then you can choose anything from 30 seconds to 4 hours.
okay.
You can review my game. I'll just put the link. Just 1 second. I'm putting it on the chat. Yeah, done.
You're putting it where on the chat?
I put it on the chat. Can you see that?
Yeah, अभी आया. Okay, white is playing on the second line, which shows that he is a beginner. Nah, not good. What do we say? How should we play on a board? How do we start?
Mostly play the
For
3-3 or 3-4, 3-4, 4-4 corners.
Right. In general, corners first. So corners first.
I wanted to basically, I thought this move served two purposes: connecting to that stone on a one space jump and approaching the white stone also. That's why I played that.
So at least at the start, you want to try and spread out. This is where I'll come to
Okay.
when I show you a 13 board, but you want to spread out at the start. Okay, so you left a cutting point here. White could just have like walked in like this. Over here, connect. You do not have a cutting point anymore. Okay, what should black play? I've already showed you this shape multiple times.
F6.
No, what should black play right now?
No, black plays what E7.
No.
E-
If white plays here, this one black stone is now captured.
Okay.
No, isn't this a ladder? So
Yes.
F6 and then
You
uh
you mean F7?
yeah, sorry, yeah, F7,
Yep.
E6, then this.
So that's the ladder. Had you
I'll
played
change that.
over here, these two stones are captured. Okay. Okay, this is not too good. What are your cutting points?
C7, then D6.
Okay, and if you were white, where would you play right now?
Uh, C7.
Okay, black saves himself. Then,
Mm, I will play B8.
correct. Now, no matter what black does, this is captured, and this whole area is white. So, as white, nothing has changed because white can still do this. This black is under Atari now. Even if black wants to capture this 4 stones, he'll get captured first. So that's why I say count liberties. Oh, that's what happened in the game.
Yeah, those two black stones are as good as dead, right? They can't be saved.
Yep. Okay, okay. ठीक है, now ये देखो. So what did this move of a7 give you?
He was trying to capture the white group on top.
Okay, so to be able to capture this white group, what would we have to play? Play there, 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 there. Now white only has one eye over here. So you would have to get at least 3 moves up there. If white plays this right now, he already has 2 eyes, one here and one here. So no matter what black does, this white group is now alive. Oh, and that's what white did also. So this maybe prevented white from getting 1 point. If black had not played that, maybe white would play here and white would get 2 points up here. In the game, what happened? White got 1 point up here. Do you have any move that is worth more than 1 point? I would say yes. Like play something there. इसके साथ क्या हो रहा है? You're telling white that all of this is mine, and I may also capture this whole thing. So this move is worth at least 30 points. This is 6 into 4, and this is another 5 into 3. So that's worth 1 point. This is worth 30 points.
Okay.
Something funny is going on with my OGS. Okay. ठीक है, so empty triangle. This is a Fafner move. It does pretty much the same thing, and it covers more of the board. So over here, you now have influence in this area. So let's just count. You're influencing this much area. With this, you're influencing this much area. So you can see the difference in influence because of jumping one space. White is saying, I want to come into your area. Why shouldn't you block him? You can't come in now. So if I were white, I would just walk in and take away all of this. And that's what he did. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much it. Questions?
So I think my mistakes in this game were basically exposing too many cutting points and allowing white to get into my territory, I guess.
So white will
So
get
this
into
was
your
a
territory. What you should try not to do is let white survive or make it easy for him by making cutting points like this. So cutting
right.
points here, bad. और क्या क्या था?
Right.
Yeah,
And I also didn't read the triangle, sorry, the ladder.
yeah. This ladder was missed. And go after the more important points rather than the small points. If you read a bit, you can see that with one move, white becomes uncapturable. Okay, you want to show any other games?
I think that's it. The other ones are very poor, so we can move to the 13 by 13.
Okay, so 13 is halfway to 19, and this is where you start getting some idea of whole whole board strategies. Till now, 9 by 9 was all small tactical fights, small area fights. Over here, you start thinking about the big board stuff. So we stick to a couple of very good guiding principles. The first one I've been saying a lot: first corners, then sides, then the center. So I'll show you one example. If I want to capture 9 points in the corner, how many stones do I need to play?
9 points. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah.
So how many moves did this take? 7 moves. If I want to capture nine
Yeah.
9 points on the side, how many do I need? This took 10 moves. And similarly, how about in the center? That's also 9 points, and that has taken 3, 6, 9, 12, 16 moves. So this is a simple example to show why capturing corners require lesser moves. Whoever is more efficient throughout the game will end up with more points. Now let's see another example. Black and white, they both have, let's say, 5 moves. Black says that I want to be sure that I'll get one corner. So black does stuff like this. So both sides have played the equal number of moves, but what do both sides walk away with? Black has 8 points in his corner, and white has a lot of potential throughout the rest of the board. So that's why at the start of the game, you want to spread out. Go after corners, then sides. Now when I say spread out, I don't mean just play randomly. अगर ऐसे ऐसे कुछ कर दिया, doing random stuff, again, this doesn't net you anything. Because every move is supposed to have some sort of a reasoning or logic behind it. What was this move played thinking? What was this move played thinking? Now let's see how a normal game would proceed on a 30 by 13 board. So I'll play for one side, and both of you give me options for the other side. So I'll play black. Now, where would white like to move?
D4.
Okay, so give me two options every time. One is d4, another option
K4.
Mm,
k4. Okay, take it. So these are called corners. The most acceptable move in corners is either the 4-4 point or the 3-4 point, and it's not very popular nowadays. The 3-3 point. So these are all acceptable. The most popular is the 4-4 or the 3-4. So this or this are the best moves you can do. They say it's not so popular, but it's fine. Okay, so now black plays here. Where would white like to go next?
um, Either D10 or D11.
Okay, correct. So these are all equally good moves. So right now I'm not going to tell you about influence that you learn after you play 100 more games. So let the white plays here. Now all the corners have been played in. What do we do next? Now we have one of two options. Either enforce our corner, attack another corner, or go for a side. So how do we enforce our corner? So this is one option. This is a knight's move on the corner. A 3-4 stone and a 5-3 stone. This is called a shimari. Shimari means enclosure. So this is a very safe corner. Over here, black is saying that I want these 10 points over here, and white can do whatever he wants. Where would black play if he wants to make a shimari on his top right corner? Where would white play to make a shimari appear?
Your voice is breaking, sir.
Um, so you heard about the shimari part?
I heard that that particular shape of where those two black stones are placed at the bottom right is called a shimari. That's what I heard.
Okay.
And it allows black control over 10 points at the bottom right, and after that allows to.
Okay. So where would white play on the top left if he wants to do the similar thing?
If white wants to play the same thing, he'll play at f10, I guess.
F10. Nope. An enclosure is made around a corner so that some corner territory becomes yours. Where would white play to take the corner?
f3.
Okay. Let's talk about the top left corner right now.
Okay.
Why? Because L4 is a 3-4 stone. Do you understand 3-4? Like this is 4 steps away and this 3 steps away. That's why this is called a 3-4 stone.
Hmm.
So from this 3-4 stone, black plays a knight's move. So now this corner, oops, what? So this corner is under him now. Where should white play
Hmm.
for a similar shape in the corner? White would do c9. Because now white has this similar corner shape with him now. Understandable?
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, where would black play for a similar enclosure on the top right?
Karan, you're breaking up too much.
Okay, let me move. is it better?
Yeah.
Okay, black on the top right. Where would he play for a similar enclosure? Like, just try to recognize the shape. It's a knight's move, and it's pointing towards the corner. So up here, what would black do?
Maybe M10.
Okay. Now, if you see these other moves, none of them are two step. None of them are near the edge. They're all 3 steps from the edge. This is only 2 steps from the edge. So this shape is wrong. What else would be the option?
He can play L8, F8, sorry, K8 as well. That is another option.
So right now we're just talking about this small knight's enclosure. So for
This
that,
small, I didn't get you.
this is a small knight's move, right?
Right.
So this is the small knight enclosure on the black corner. This is also the same thing. So this is a very standard enclosure.
Hmm.
10 points in the corner for black, and white can't really expect that this will be able to survive inside because black can always capture it inside. So this is called an enclosure. It is safe and it takes 2 moves. So this is a 3-4 enclosure. You have a 3-4 stone and then you can enclose the corner with this. Now we can take a look at what happens if you have a 4-4 stone up here. If white manages to play these 2 moves. So 1, 2, and 3. This is a much bigger enclosure. This is worth about 20 points. So the plus side is it was 20 points. The minus side is it took 3 moves to do. So these are 2 very common shapes that you will see in all your games. One is this kind of a shape and one is this kind of a shape. They're both called enclosures. And at least till you get to 10Q, this is mostly what you'll be seeing everywhere. Okay, now let's see what a normal game may look like. Capturing all the corners. Now black says I want to make my enclosure. What does the white want to do? He can make his own enclosure in the corner. He can try to prevent black from making one. What does he want to do? So you tell me, give me a couple of moves where white wants to play. Give me options. White's move.
C9.
Okay.
Similarly, C6. No, C6 is not doing anything for the corner.
So, Abhi, what was the
B5.
what 5?
B5.
Okay. Okay, so white plays here. White is saying I want to build up my side, and black can do whatever he wants on his side. So that's a reasonable request. This is not good because, as I said, this is too close to the edge. This is better. यहाँ पर let's say black decides to make his other enclosure. White can now play this. This is the 4-4 big enclosure which I told you about. It's worth a lot of points. So over here, black and white have both decided that they are going to exist peacefully. Black will do his own corner, white will do his own corner. They're both happy. So now the other main kind of move that can be played now is called an approach. So one is make your own corner, other is approach an enemy's corner. So with this move, what is white trying to tell black? White is saying that I know that you want to play here, so I'll play here first. And also, I'll maybe try to come in here, I'll try to go over there, or maybe run out. White has a lot of directions he can go into. So if you were black, what would you try to do right now? So give me some options for black.
Options for white.
For black. So white
For
has
black.
white have just approached here,
Uh,
saying that I want to take away your side.
okay, so how about black attaches at K9?
Okay. More options.
Um,
Black has at least 5 good moves right now. All of them will be correct.
Black attaches at K9. And black can approach white at the top left and the bottom left as well. Maybe
Right. So give me the coordinates.
knight's move at um, at C6.
Okay.
C6 is one, and C9.
Okay. Some more.
Then otherwise, black can look to consolidate at the bottom right by G4 or H4.
Okay.
Yeah, those are some moves I can think of. Yeah.
Okay, on the top right. What if black wants to keep his corner? So what could black play to keep white out of his corner? By corner I mean this area. How can black prevent white from getting in? So let's say black does something else. White says, I want to come inside. So how can black prevent this?
L11.
Okay. And now we can see that, let's say, white plays over here. Now white is saying that I can take this whole side. How can black prevent white taking the whole side?
Can't hear anything. Hello.
Yeah, so white is saying I can take the whole side like this. How can black prevent white from taking the whole side?
If black plays at L11, then in some ways he's saying I'm okay with you taking that side if you want to go down.
Yeah. So let's say today black's mood is he doesn't want to give sides. So
Okay.
how will black say you can't take my side?
Yeah, one of the things is that attaching move at K9. So if white plays L7, black cuts at K8,
Okay.
I guess.
Yep.
Uh,
Take a
not
so
sure.
all of these moves which you have just said, they're all correct. It depends on what kind of a game black wants to do. If black does this, that means white takes a corner. If black does this, probably means white takes the side. So stuff like this will happen. यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? White have this, black have this. Other options. Black plays here, and white may take the other side. So I'll come to Joseki's later, but this is a common pattern. So white has a cornerstone. Black says, I want to approach you. White says, you go that side, I'll go this side. Black says, can I come underneath? No, you can't. So black goes on the other side. This is known as the Joseki. Josekis are like chess openings. These are standard openings. Use anything from 6 moves to 13 moves long. This is typically the first Joseki that people learn. I'll show this again after a while. But for now, but देख लो कि none of the moves that you said were wrong. If black comes here, white can do the same thing which you had said for black over here. White could do this. White could approach. White could take a side. White can do a lot of things. If black और क्या क्या बोला? If black does this, ऐसे हो सकता है. Now black is taking the bottom side. White is taking this side. So there are a lot of ways the game can continue depending on both the player's mood. In the end, what you want to happen is you want to have a point or at least 1 point more than the opponent. That's all that matters. Okay. Maybe I'll show a big size board so you can see what I mean better. So this is a normal size board. Where would black start with? Maybe on the 4-4. White also says I'll also take the corner. Black says I'll take the other corner, and where should white play next? So it's white's move. Where would you play?
On the top left corner.
Okay, so let's say white plays here. Now it's black's turn. What are some options for black?
Approach white, consolidate.
Coordinates.
So if it wants to approach, knight's move at C14 or C6. If it wants to build its territory, then R5 or R14. And if it wants to consolidate, then N4, and similarly N15, I think.
Okay, not bad. So are you thinking anything in general when you saying that he should approach on this side and not on this side? Because they are both knight's move. This
Yeah,
versus this.
I don't know whether one is preferred over the other. I just uh, chose one particular option at random.
Okay, so I won't get into the details, but just try to have a general feeling that if black plays here and maybe black gets some more moves here, then you can maybe feel that all of this is working together nicely. They're all helping each other. So that's why generally black would approach on this side. But let's say black is now has some other plans. Black plays over here. So black could do stuff like this. Black wants to take this side for some reason where he does not have any friends. Then white will take that. So again, it is not wrong. It's an okay move. Same way black playing here, this is also correct. Black have taken the corner and now white can do what he wants. He can approach a corner, he can take the side. So you had given an option of n5. Now if you try to get a general feeling of it, this n4 stone only works with this stone. If you're talking about taking sides, let's say black had done something like this. So now this stone loosely works with both of these stones. So you want to try and synergize what you're playing. These are fancy words which you'll understand after playing 100 games. What are some other ways that black can approach? On the bottom side like this. Like this. So these are all good moves. So let's say black remains peaceful. I want my corner. White says, okay, I want to take my side. Black says, you're taking too much of a side. Let me come in. Where would white play next? White would play over here. According to the Joseki I just showed you, where would black play next? Up here. Black is saying, can I come into you? White says, I'm taking my side. What does black ask white next?
I don't know about the Joseki, but intuitively, black would then look to attach the white stone at D16. So either F16 or D7. E16 or D17.
Okay, so for a beginner, you could just say, black is now asking white, can I take your corner? If white ignores black will say, okay, thank you, I will take your corner. And black has walked away with this whole thing. So black is asking white, can I take your corner? White says, no, I want to keep my corner. So now white has this whole part. And what does he tell black to do? Go get your own side. Black plays here. And now both sides are happy with the result. White have this, black have this. This is the first Joseki everybody learns. White has a cornerstone, black wants to share it. White says, take your own side. Can I take the corner? You know you can't. Okay, I'll take my own side. So this is a sequence of 6 moves, and this makes up the first Joseki that you will be learning now. Many people around your rank, since this is the only Joseki they know, they end up playing this all around the place. So what could a beginner's game look like? Corner, 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 corner. Approach. Now play this Joseki. Approach. Now play this Joseki because I know nothing else. So this is also a perfectly even game for both sides. Nobody has made a mistake. Okay, now it is black's turn. Where would black play next? Give me maybe 3 options.
Mm, Q10.
Q10, okay. More options?
Mm, mm,
If black wants to approach the last remaining 4-4 stone, where can he do it from?
um, probably go with what Q, not Q, D7.
D7.
Yeah, maybe a pincer move.
Ah, don't think about pincers right now.
Okay.
So think about the Joseki. How was black approaching the 4-4 stone over here?
Um,
With the knight, low knight's move?
Low knights move.
Low,
Uh,
LOW. So same
okay.
thing over here. Where would black play to have a similar
Um,
thing?
C6
Okay, and the other option?
and what F F3.
Correct. Okay. So C6 and F3 both look similar, but they're a bit different, which we will see now. So let's say black plays over here first. How should white respond normally?
Mm,
What happened here? White approached with a low knight's move, and then white responded like this.
with the knight's move, yeah.
So where should white play?
Probably C2
Uh,
and B5
no, not C2.
or maybe E2.
No. We are just sticking to this Joseki right now. So this was already there. Black approaches, white goes to the side.
C3 for white.
Nope, not C3 either. ये shape देखो. Black has a low knights on this side. White went to the other side. Same way. Black approaches like this. Where should white go?
Go out.
Try to make the same shape.
Maybe C.
C6 maybe.
Right.
E6.
C6. Because over here white is trying to remain not be too far away from the edge. Where would black play next? According to this sequence. Now black is
Mm,
asking, can I take a corner? Where does he ask that?
D2.
Okay. And how does white say no? I want to keep my corner.
C3.
Okay. Now black is saying I can take a corner, so I'll take the side. Where does black play?
H2.
And no.
Oh,
He said
sorry. J. Oh, 2 points up. Then J3.
correct. So you have played the same Joseki on this corner. Let's try that again on this side. Where does white play?
E2.
Nope. On the same shape.
Same shape. C2.
Nope. This
C2, not
the
E2.
same shape rotated for this
Okay,
corner.
okay. Sorry, F3.
Okay, right. And now how does black ask for the corner?
Black asks for the corner by um knight's move. That would be,
You have to get into down here into the corner,
yeah. Would that be like B4?
right? How does white say no?
I'd say no by C3.
Okay. And how does black say okay? I'll take the side,
Um, C9.
right? Okay, so this is this same Joseki on the other side. They both look very similar, but because of the whole board position, they'll behave a bit differently. Like again, a lot of Go is just about intuition and feeling. So over here, ye dekho, this black is stuck between two white shapes over here, right? Black doesn't have much space to expand or move around, right?
Yeah.
So black is cramped. अगर same thing यहाँ देखो, black has a lot more space on this side. So this is a bit more relaxed for black. So that's the main difference over here. Okay, so let's say black has played like this. What would white like to do next? Let's say white plays over here next. Why does he do that? White says that I want to have this whole side to myself. Black says, okay, you do that, and I'll keep taking my corner over here. Now this is the 4/4 stone, right? The Q16.
Yeah.
Where should black play to complete his enclosure? At P17.
Yeah. P17.
So
Yeah.
from a 4/4 stone, you need 2 moves to complete your enclosure. If black had a 3/4 stone, where would he play to complete his enclosure?
O18 and
No. From the 3/4 stone, he needs one more move to take his 10 points in the corner.
O10 points.
It's a knight's move. In which direction?
R15.
Correct. With this, now black has this part of the corner. If black had played this, where would black play to complete his enclosure?
P17.
Yep. And now black has this as his enclosure. Now where would black play to complete his enclosure?
P18.
Nope. This is again a 4/4 stone, so it needs 2 stones around it. One is R15 and the other one is O17.
Oh, sorry, O17.
One knight, one diagonal from a 4/4 stone. And with this, black has about 20 points up here. Suppose black had a 5/5 stone. How would you make its enclosure? Okay, trick question. Black can't make an enclosure because this is too big
Way
of an
too
area.
wide away. Yeah.
Yeah, so white can just play anywhere in here and black can't prevent that. If black plays on the 3/3 point, where does he play for his enclosure? Black doesn't have to play anywhere. This is a 1 stone enclosure. White can't expect to go inside that deep and run out. The enclosure means the opponent can't play inside your shape. So 3/3 point alone takes maybe 4 to 6 points in the corner, but it only needs one move. So that's how a normal game goes. Over here, white says, let me take a bit more of the side. Black says, okay, I'll take some more of my corner. And now the opening game is done. Every Go game can be roughly broken into 3 parts. Start game, mid game, and end game. You can say the starting game is finished when all the corners and sides have been played at. Now we start with the mid game. In the mid game, we start fighting for territory and jumping into places and doing other nautanki. So I just wanted to show you what a normal game starting looks like. Any
Okay.
general questions?
Like I can hang around for a couple of minutes because then I'll have to leave.
Yeah, I'm also done. I'm done if you all don't have any questions. Okay, so everybody keep playing 9 and 13 games. And we'll catch up next week. And if are not playing as much, then we'll increase the gap between our sessions. Because I want people to play at least 2 or 3 dozen games before the next session.
Okay.
Yeah, we are trying. So hopefully we'll play.
Okay, then thank you. I'll upload this on the weekend.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep. Bye bye.